But as far as classic style movement, I like you're not the only one who's saying this. A lot of people, want more of a simplified style movement. Any idea how you think they might be able to go about doing that? Because like most games, they all have sprint, right? You've
Yeah.
got your sprint mechanic. So how do you not have sprint but have classic style movement, but make the Spartan still look like he's moving fast and like he has super abilities and whatnot? Like I was thinking, what if there's like some sort of a gentle thruster pack animation coming up behind the Spartan so they don't have to commit to a full sprint? They're just kind of always moving around at like some sort of a thruster plus walk speed, if that makes sense. So it's just one speed. Have you ever thought of something like that?
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting idea. So like an in between, kind of in between sprint and just running, where like you have that increased speed.
Yeah.
I think Halo 3 is a good example because so Halo 3 has no thrusters, no sprint, no clamber, but you can still move at a really good rate and you can do trick jumps and skill jumps and all sorts of things without any of that advanced movement.
Mhm.
I definitely would be open to an in between, like you said, like a in between where they have like the thruster giving them a little extra speed, or even
Right.
like maybe when they jump, maybe the thruster activates just enough to give them like that kind of floaty feel that Halo 3 has.
Yeah.
Um, but I just personally think that at the very least that competitive shouldn't have sprint. Even if the base game has sprint, hopefully there will be an option to disable it for
Mhm.
competitive gaming at least.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely interesting topic because like Halo, now sprint is the norm, but Halo kind of started this whole genre without sprint in the first place, and it worked really well for its time. So I'm wondering if there's some way they could revolutionize no sprint. So it's not there, but they make you feel like you're moving fast, and they make it look like the Spartans are super powered and they're moving fast, but there is no sprint still. So they're finding a way to kind of revolutionize this original Halo style. But anyway, it would be cool if they could apply that. Now, of course, before we get into our Q&A, I know you guys are already asking your questions. Feel free to ask those questions in the chat. The last thing I want to know is any upcoming goals or plans that you have in the coming months, or any particular gameplay goals. Just kind of waiting for MCCPC. What are you looking at right now?
Um, Nothing too specific. I really just want to continue grinding and growing my community and my brand as much as possible.
Right.
I'll probably, when it comes to goals, probably just obviously I want to hit a Killionaire on stream. That's one of my big goals. I haven't done that on MCC. I've hit a few on stream for Halo 5, but
Right.
I've never hit an MCC Killionaire on stream. So that's one big goal for me. Another thing it's a goal, but it's just kind of to give me motivation to grind is I want to get my hardcore 50 back. I'm like a 43 now, and
Nice.
I've been implementing that back into my to my games because for a long time I just played snipers only, and that really kind of can burn you out because
Right.
I don't know if we talked about this at all earlier, but there's like some implemented social MMR for social games, and that kind of can really make the social experience not that fun sometimes.
So social MMR meaning that you're still being matched with people at your skill level, even in
Yes.
social playlists, is what you're
Yes.
saying. Okay.
So basically, yeah. So for exactly what you said, you match against players that are of your skill level and even get worse players on your team sometimes because the game
Right.
thinks
To
because
balance
of
it out.
how high your MMR is, the game thinks, oh well, this person should be able to pick up the slack for
1v4.
these people. Yeah, exactly. And it just
Yeah.
gets kind of ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
but
you
yeah,
posted some screenshots about it as well at one point.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
very vocal about that sort of stuff. I do my best to be respectful. Like I don't, because a lot of people when they try to say stuff to 343, they can be
Rage
very
induced.
ignorant and
Yeah.
and just raging and you
Yes.
guys are bad company, blah blah blah. But you really have to understand from like a developer's perspective.
Right.
And so I try to be respectful, but at the same time still vocal about my opinions about the game because I love Halo and I want to see it do well. And I just think that some of the decisions that are made sometimes are not in best interest for everyone, and sometimes they cater their decisions more towards like casual players rather than the people who are diehard and play the game every single day still.
Right. Or at least in some circumstances, kind of make decisions based on, like, cause I feel that sometimes, like, Mankey's been behind a lot of it. I know for Halo 5, I'm not sure if he's doing it for MCC as well, but I feel like the stuff that he has in place would work really well for a very large population game. Yes. We don't quite have the population, so it makes it difficult for us. So, like, that's also an aspect of it too. But I like what you said about, recognizing issues that don't work for you, don't work for Halo, and voicing your opinions, but doing it in a way that's respectful and kind of encouraging that 343, works and improves without being disrespectful, without being rude and angry. I think that's so important. I think that, the community needs to do that so that we can have this great relationship back and forth. So great that you're doing that. And hopefully that's inspiring other people to bring their opinions in a nice, acceptable way as well.